lovers, welcome back to Pages with Simran. And I'm here with another book review. And today we are going to talk about this book, A House Without Windows by Nadia Hashimi. So let's start with about the author. Nadia Hashimi is an Afghan American author known for his powerful, emotion driven stories about Afghan women. Her novels are more than just stories, they are testimonies to history, injustice, survival, and kind of courage that whispers rather than roars. Before talking about plot, I want to talk about cover and title of this book. I really love the cover of this book. It beautifully reflects the story within. They say don't judge a book by its cover, but I definitely judge book by their titles. And the title of A House Without Windows was compelling enough to make me want to read it. Now, what's the book about? This story follows Zeba, a devoted wife, loving mother, and accused of murdering her husband. After she found blooded and silent beside his body, she is thrown into Chilmata, a women's prison. Inside the prison, she meets other women imprisoned not for crimes but for defying social norms. Together, they form an unlikely sisterhood bound by pain and resilience. An American based lawyer arrives to fight for justice. As he discovers the truth, this story unfolds into a powerful reflection of honor, survival, and strength it takes to survive in a society who refuses to hear women's truth. Now, let's discuss genres and themes of this book. A House Without Windows, set in Afghanistan, is a literary fiction blending subgenres like contemporary fiction, legal drama, and women's fiction. This book portrays condition of women in Afghanistan. It explores themes like injustice, judicial system governed by patriarchal norms, and hidden lives of Afghan women. Now, what I really loved about this book. This story is not just about Zeba, it tells the stories of other Afghan women. My favorite part of this book is when Zeba met other Afghan women in prison and each of them began sharing their stories, how they ended up in jail, the crimes that were not even real crimes, and most of all, the disturbing procedure they had to go through just to prove their innocence. I mean, this scene will break your heart, and it highlights how the system fails women again and again. And one more thing that I really loved about this book is how author gave each character a voice and a history. Their backstories were written with so much depth that you can't help but feel connection with each one. Now, what could be better? This story keeps you hooked with different characters and their involvement with Zeba. The story of Gulnaz, followed by entry of Zeba's father, makes you want to keep reading. But on the other hand, every new plot introduced feel like it's going nowhere and doesn't add meaningful to the narrative. This book significantly talks about Zeba's power, Gulnaz's power, and Yusuf's determination. But unfortunately, they didn't add much to the story. It's not like I did not enjoy this book, I really did. And I really loved how this book portrayed condition of women in Afghanistan, the judicial system, and the sacrifices made. But at the end, I was expecting a strong ending with real change. I know in societies like Afghanistan, everything will not change with just one case. But I was expecting even a little real change and something more from Yusuf's determination. But it felt like every new character and subplot hanging independent with no real contribution. Now, who should read this book? If you are someone like me who love reading books about women and societal condition, then this book is worth picking up. It shows the pain, resilience, and strength of women in Afghanistan. You wouldn't find dramatic twists and fairy tale ending, but you will find strength, resilience, and moments that stays with you. So please tell me your views in the comments. I'll see you in the next video. Until then, happy reading!